My name's TJ Brill. I'm the Washington Market President for First Interstate Bank. I grew up in Spokane. We didn't have a whole lot to go around. Both my parents worked full-time. They just didn't get paid a whole lot. And when my dad went on strike, we didn't have income. So we needed help. And being able to have help from Second Harvest had a tremendous ripple effect on myself and on my family. It got us through a tough time. It allowed me to pay attention in school. It allowed me to go to college. Being able to receive food from Second Harvest, it gave me the ability to thrive and to become what I am today. There are more kids who are food insecure than you might think. 1 out of 5 kids suffers from food insecurity. Most of them come from a family where everybody's working as hard as they possibly can, but things are expensive. Rent's expensive. Food has gotten expensive, and it's harder to stretch that dollar today, and people need help.
I'm Tiffany Zook, and I'm school counselor at Balboa Elementary. I've been a counselor 12 years, and during that time I've noticed that food can become a real source of stability for kids and a real source of anxiety if they don't have enough.
The free and reduced lunch program existed at the school at that time, but lunch was the only free meal of the day. And during summer vacation, it was an impact to us.
So when summer begins, it is a worrisome situation for a lot of our students that don't have the stability of breakfast every day, lunch every day.
Many times, a life event that's unexpected happens, and it throws a wrench in everything. And a week's worth of food is just something that really helps people get back on track. Part of the reason that I've worked so hard throughout my career is through fear of going back to where we were. It's scary, the uncertainty of not knowing if we're gonna have that next meal. I haven't forgotten that, and so my wife and I have worked really hard to make sure that we give back as much as we can in this community. My wife and I sponsor Balboa Elementary through the Bite to Go program, and then through work, First Interstate Bank sponsors the Liberty School District out of Spangle. And so we get an opportunity to drop food kits off there every month and support the kids at that school.
The Bite to Go program has been an amazing support for us here at Balboa, and every school I've worked in, we've had Bite to Go, which has been amazing.
It's a lot of fun. So I show up to the Wolf Family Center for Child Hunger at Second Harvest, and I pull up with my truck, and the volunteers load my truck up with both the elementary school kits and then what's called the XL kits. Those are just larger kits for the junior high and high school kids. And I hit the road and drive about a half hour or so to the Liberty School District. The staff there has been amazing. There's a pretty serious need at that school, as there is with a lot of the schools. And there's lots of kids that recognize me and also receive the food kits. Once I'm done, I pack up and I go home, but it's fun to drop off the food, and I get a lot of really positive feedback, both from the kids and from the staff, about the impact that we're making.
If kids come to school on Monday and they have not had good food over the weekend, you can definitely tell. They're often moody, falling asleep in class. That is not good for learning.
Today, we're serving 12,000 kids a week, and that's awesome during the school year because the kids are going home over the weekend with these amazing food kits, and it's serving a need. But over the summer, that stops. We need help supporting the kids over the summer because they're just as hungry in July and August as they are in February.
It can be a very tough time for families. The anxiety and stress of not knowing exactly how and where they're going to get the food for their kids all day long that the school provided during the school year is a real stress for families. I just love that we have a community partner that is willing to work with us for our kids.
One thing that doesn't stop is the hunger throughout the year. So a one-time gift is awesome, and considering a reoccurring gift so that these kids have support throughout the year, including the summer, would really go a long ways. Every dollar counts and everything is appreciated.
If you'd like to help kids have food over the summer,
Please go to 2-harvest.org and click the donate button.